Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone. And just like the promo said, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. So with that, let's dive right on in. And as always, I'm your girl, Candy. So first up, let's talk about Garcelle Beauvais is shading Lisa Rinna, and Lisa Rinna is weighing in or clarifying on whether or not her family is going to have a new reality TV show or not, and more drama that is going down. All right, so let's start with Garcelle Beauvais shading Lisa Rinna. So this is from Reality Blurb. Garcelle Beauvais revealed how Lisa Rinna's absence has impacted the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on Wednesday as she attended the 4-year anniversary party for Sutton Stracke's boutique. Before dishing on Denise Richards returning to filming and addressing whether or not Kathy Hilton will also be back. Garcelle got a bit shady before admitting that the ladies of the series are far less divided without Rinna around. Is she gone? Garcelle asked Page 6 on March 29th, stirring the pot with her former castmate. I think we're less divided for sure. I think there's less division. I think we're all more open to really forming a friendship and seeing where that goes, she continued. So I feel like everybody's doing that, which is cool. Side note. Do you think that means that Garcelle is kind of open to being friends with Erica? Like, we know everything Erica has done. She cussed out her son. She posted the picture of when Lisa Rinna threw her book in the trash. She probably was in on Botgate to some extent. But this seems to me like Garcelle is saying she's probably open to exploring where it could go with Erica. Now, there have been multiple reports on this. Some reports are like, the whole cast is against Erika Jayne. They're trying to ice her out. And then other reports are Erika Jayne is making up with Crystal. She's making up with Sutton. Garcelle saying everybody's being less divisive and they really want to form these friendships. So we'll see where that goes. And also put it down below, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I personally don't want to see an Erika Jayne and Garcelle friendship. Not that I want the show to be dark or anything, but there's just certain lines that people cross that you just can't come back from. And to me, that would be disrespecting my children. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens. Put it down below. Okay. Garcelle then clarified that her comments were, quote, not to say there's no drama, but we're trying, she added, noting that it's great to have Denise back on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We had a really great dinner the other night and she put her stamp on things, Garcelle teased. Garcelle also spoke to Access Hollywood at the event, gushing over her close friend Sutton. It's a special night. Anytime I can support her, she supports me. I mean, it's so easy. We have the best time, Garcelle explained. Now, before we get more into it, let's talk about the whole Denise thing, okay? So there were like rumors and reports that Denise really wanted to come back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she's strapped for cash. Like, we do know that her husband, what's his name? Her husband, Aaron, has, I think it's like $160K lawsuit against him or settlement against him or something like that. And he was asking for more money, or not more money, for more time to pay. But my gut says that Denise herself isn't strapped for cash. I feel like she's been in a ton of movies. I feel like she manages her money well. She's Charlie Sheen's ex. I don't think that Denise herself is strapped for cash. I think it's more she wants to come back to, like, not redeem herself, but kind of to redeem herself, because I think she feels she let Lisa Rinna, like, best her. She wasn't really prepared on how to handle the Real Housewives. She wasn't really prepared for how Lisa Rinna was going to stab her in the back with the whole Brandy thing. And I think Denise wants to come back to really, like, redeem herself and to be like, no, I'm not going to let this bully get the best of me. And she wants to come back and, like, save face. That's why I think Denise wants to come back, not because of any money issues. But let's keep going. All right. And put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. In recent years, Garcelle and Sutton have gotten so close that Sutton has become like an aunt to Garcelle's sons. Jax will text her. Jax needed a recommendation for something. He emailed Sutton. I mean, she's like Auntie Sutton, Garcelle revealed. So cute. As the cast, including rumored newbie Anne-Marie Wiley, attended Sutton's bash on Wednesday, Garcelle suspected that drama could ensue. It'll never be smooth. It'll never be smooth, she said of the ladies' dynamic. Okay, now this is the thing. So Anne-Marie Wiley has been rumored to be the new housewife coming back, or the new housewife being cast on the show. She is, I believe his name is Marcus Wiley. He's an ex-NFL player. She's his wife, and she's also an anesthesiologist. Now, I wonder why she's saying that there could be drama, that Anne-Marie is attending Sutton's bash, because I don't know if this means anything, but we read into everything. It said that the entire cast was like engaging with Anne-Marie on Instagram, except for Sutton and Erica. So I wonder if there's something brewing between Sutton and Anne-Marie. I don't know what it could be. I don't know what it is. Who knows? There was also some backlash with Anne-Marie because her husband, Marcus, came out about, transgendered students or athletes, whether or not that they should be allowed to compete against non-transgendered people. So for example, if you have, a non-transgender woman who's born a woman at birth, is it fair for her to have to compete against a person who was born male at birth and transitioned into a woman? Is that fair biologically, or whatever the case is? He wasn't talking about human rights. He was just saying, hey, is that fair? So there was that debate, and they support Candace Owens. So a lot of that came up. I don't know. Do we care about people's political beliefs? Do we care if they're Republican? Do we care if they're Democratic? Do we care if they're conservative? Do we care if they're liberal? Does that play a factor into how we feel about them as housewives? And I also wanted to point out that those were her husband's beliefs. She may share them, she may not. Not all couples share the same exact beliefs. So I found it interesting that they brought up so much about Anne-Marie's husband and his thoughts on transgendered, women and men, but I didn't see anywhere where she said anything. So I want to be careful with that, because sometimes, it's like, oh, the husband said something, so everybody thinks that, but she has her own mind. We'll see. Again, to be honest, when it comes to Anne-Marie, I'm not that excited. I just have a gut feeling she's not going to be a fit. I feel like she's going to be flat. I just don't think she's going to hit. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope she fits in great. I hope the chemistry is great. I hope the energy is popping and booming. I hope it's a great cast. I hope everybody's, on one and just ready to go. I hope so. But off the bat, my gut, she seems a bit boring. She seems a little flat to me, if that makes sense. Like, she's kind of giving like Teddy vibes. Like, okay, want, next. And, but I could be wrong. But let's keep going. It'll never be smooth, she said of the ladies' dynamics. She then fired back at Rinna for suggesting season 13 would be boring without her. It is absolutely not boring at all, Garcelle insisted. I think we're really having fun and building our friendship and relationships, which is really cool, so it's nice. I agree with that. I think it's going to be really refreshing to see the women without Rinna, because then we're going to see them without certain alliances, without so much of the work showing, because when Rinna was there, and I hope Kyle takes note on this, it just really seemed like the work was showing a lot. You know what I mean? The work really was showing, and it's just like, we don't want to see these scripted moments, these pretenses, this, that, and the third, fake drama, girl, bye. So I'm excited for that, and I do think it's going to be interesting seeing all of the OGs back. Like Camille is coming back, and Denise is coming back, and who else has been filming? A bunch of other people have been filming too. Cynthia, they were saying, is even filming. So we'll see. Let's keep going. As for her own storyline, Garcelle said viewers will get to see a little bit more personal, get to see a little bit more personal in terms of her and her dynamics with her boys. But when it comes to dating, she's keeping that off camera. There isn't anybody that I want to bring on, because the minute I bring somebody on, then it's solidified. So we're not doing that. I'm dating. There's not a single person. There's a few people. I'm having fun, she explained. Now, I love you, Garcelle, but I disagree with this. I think it would be so fun and so interesting to actually see you dating. Like, nobody says you have to get married or engaged to these people. Like, I actually think, like, how Sutton brings us in on her dates. I actually think it would be really cool to see you dating. What happens on Friday night with Mike? What happens on Saturday night with John? What happens on Sunday date with Tom? Like, whatever it is. Like, I would actually love to see you dating. I think that would be such an interesting facet in your life. I personally think all the housewives should share their romantic lives, whether they're single, whether they're married, whether they're divorced, whether they're going through divorce, whether they're planning a wedding, whether they're dating multiple people. I think that should be a prerequisite. I'm more interested in their dating lives and their love lives as a quote housewife than I am in their little like buy my new water, buy my new serum, buy my new whatever, go watch my new movie. We get it. You're booked and you're busy and you have all these brands and side projects. But what about you, the person? If I want to watch a show about entrepreneurs, I'll go watch Bethany Frankel on TikTok, try and sell, weird stuff on TikTok. I want to watch about your life, the decadence, the luxury, and yes, the dating. So I think that this is a really big missed opportunity for Garcelle. I think that it would be in her best interest. And I don't know if you're listening to this, Garcelle, I love you. And I think that it would be in your best interest if you did open up and let us into your dating life. That would be so cool and so interesting. And we would get to see a different side of you. So nobody says you have to bring somebody on and get married. Girl, you can just, go on your dates and show us your dating life. I think that would be really interesting. Put it down below. What do you guys think? Let's keep going. Looking back at Kyle Richards' weed dinner, which featured CBD and THC-infused dishes, Garcelle said the group gathering was the most fun she's ever had. It was wild, she added, confirming that she didn't partake because she has to be a role model to her kids. Also, during the interview, Garcelle addressed Kathy's status on the show. I don't know, she admitted. I mean, obviously, it would be great to have her back. I think also it would create a lot of drama for Kyle. I think they have to work out on their own before they can probably work it out on TV. That would be my guess. It's too deep now. It's not like a spat, so it's too deep for me to get into it. All right, this is the thing. When it comes to, I want Kathy back. I think she's great. She's a vibe. She's so much fun. She's Queen Kathy. I'm totally here for it. I would love for not like an actual spinoff, but maybe for like a special or something like that. I would love for Kim, Kyle, and Kathy to do like a sisters healing weekend retreat, long weekend retreat or something with like Ivana Fix My Life or somebody like that. And they really dive deep into their family trauma and their wounds and all of that stuff, not to re-traumatize or not to re-wound, but to heal. And I think it should be just the three of them. Whether they do it on camera or off, I think they just need to do that. Come together, have professional people there, and really hash out the stuff. Because I'm really sick and tired of seeing these family dramas. Like on Jersey, I'm trying to watch Jersey now because some of my candy canes want me to report on it. But like, I'm so tired of watching family trauma and drama. Like, I don't want to watch that. It's a lot. It's taxing. It's draining. It's an energy suck. So I would want them to do a little retreat or whatever, hopefully on camera so we can see. And the three of them to like really just put it on the table and just hash it out. Because they all are over 50 years old and they're still beefing and doing stuff like they're 10. Like there has to come a point where somebody has to grow up and say, listen, we're grown women, we're sisters, we need to just put this to bed once and for all. I think that would be really, really interesting. Not like a whole spinoff, maybe just like a special episode or a special two-parter or something like that. I would love to see that. Put it down below. All right, now let's go into Lisa Rinna clarifying if her family's going to get a reality show. And she also talks about her weird viral page boy wig because she's doing the absolute most. Okay. This is a reality blurb. It says the star's family is equally famous and includes her actor husband, Harry Hamlin, and model daughters, Amelia and Delilah, all of who were featured on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Speaking with Page Six's virtual reality TV podcast, Lisa addressed the rumors that her family is set to film the new show. That's not true. None of that's true, she said. I don't know where somebody got that. Oh, Lisa, we probably got it from, I don't know, you. You planted so many stories about your, quote, new projects. that the only real projects you're doing is prancing around, fashion weeks, not getting paid to look like an idiot. Not to be mean or anything, but that's the truth. Like, you weren't getting paid for what you were doing, maybe a little something here and there, but they weren't paying you like that. You lied over the holidays and said you had a new movie. You remember she said on her Instagram, oh, nothing like bringing in the new year, booking a new movie. What new movie? We're in April, boo-boo. What new movie were you talking about? And also, didn't you say Harry Hamlin was getting his own cooking show? Where's that at? You put it out there that your family was going to get a new reality show. Where is that at? Now you have to backtrack it because nobody wanted to buy it, right? Also, weren't you supposed to get your own podcast called Owning It or Own It with Rinna, but nobody wanted that either? Okay, let's keep going. The star, however, said she'd perhaps consider the idea in the future. Listen, I never say no to anything, so I would never say I will never do something, but that is not true. Basically, you put it out there, nobody took a bite, and so you want to just keep it out there just in case they change their mind. In March, Lisa teased the possibility of speaking with CR Fashion Book. However, on the recent podcast interview, Lisa explained that she and her family don't have time for such a project. My family's really busy right now. I'm not sure I could even get anybody to do a show with me, said Lisa. They're all working so much and so busy that I'm not sure we could even be in the same place to do a show, which is great. Girl, you're not in the same place to do a show because there was also the blind item that you and Harry had to pay the girls to even show up on the red carpet events. And then when you do show up at the events together, you get so much backlash, like the creepy pictures between Harry and Amelia and Delilah that surfaced. That was weird. Ugh. Addressing her daughter Delilah's new singing career, the mother of two expressed, she's always had a great voice. It's not something that anybody has really known, and we've always known it. I'm so happy that she's doing something with it and finally releasing a song. And she did her own video. She did it all on her own with her own people. Oh, wow. So she was an adult? Okay. Next. And I'm doing this all on my own with my own people. Girl, bye. Harry and I know nothing about the music industry, so this has been really fun to watch, and we're so proud. And I think the song is amazing, Lisa continued, referring to Delilah's single, Nothing Lasts Forever. I think it gets in your head instantly. I love the video. I think it's really vulnerable. Well, you know what's really vulnerable? Is your daughters on TikTok and Instagram and wherever the hell else talking about they have like 25 different diseases. And I'm not shading the girls on this. I'm not shading the actual daughters on this. It's just weird to me that, I don't know, like if anybody I loved was on social media talking like this, saying that they needed trauma therapy and their parents wouldn't pay for it, and crying and overdosing and having EDs and saying that they have like 5 different diseases, I would be like, maybe we need to like get you some help, not dropping an LP. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, we're so booked and busy. I would be like, yeah, we're booked and busy at the doctor's office. Just something seems really off to me. Really, really weird and off. Really, really weird and off. All right, you guys. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, then Lisa says the page boy wig that flipped everybody out. They don't know what to do with that, said Lisa. I would have never guessed that little page boy wig would have created such a stir. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about Garcelle, shading Lisa Rinna, being like, we're fine. The drama is here. Now we actually now we get to have real friendships. Do you think that includes Erica Jane? What do you think about the new housewife, Anne Marie? Do you think she's going to be a good fit or not? And what about Lisa Rinna and the lies, 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 lies? So before we dive into our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and share, and join our newsletter. It is linked down below. So with that, let's move on to our next story. All right, so this one is all about